What's going on, Real? It's Trey.
And it's Tasha.
Man, to the real, where we always keep it real. Attack on Titan, final season, episode 69.
A sound argument. So I'm assuming this is another episode where, we're going to get more information like last week. But I'm assuming it's still going to be good. So, I think a sound argument, I think they trying to figure out whether we about to body the human race or like we about to go back to Marley. I don't know. They got some decisions to make.
Who will be making this sound argument?
I still have so many questions, and I still am like, a lot of stuff is really like this whole Levi and Zeke situation with him out here in the forest. Yelena being like a follower of his, and like, of course they've been helping us for 3 years, but it's like we still got precautions.
Kill this little girl. Kill Gabby.
She in jail. I mean, what she can do in there?
I don't trust her. I'm telling
you. That's why I'm like, it's like, you got like Oyankapon and Yelena and them that's been helping them for like 3 years. It's like, I get it. You've been fucked over so long. Like, y'all still got reservations. They brought y'all the guns that y'all pointing at them. Like, one of them just be like, bitch, I'm tired of being a prisoner. Because if y'all didn't notice, they prisoners in this situation, even though they here giving us information. Like Aaron said last week, most of the Marlians are locked up. Like, they're like the boy, what's his name, that cooked for Sasha? Like, he's allowed to be a chef because he can cook. But like, most of these people are like locked up. So if somebody just get annoyed one day and was like, let me let Gabby out. Like, this shit could backfire. So that's what I'm like, I don't know.
Kill that bitch.
But, our full reaction will be on Patreon. So yes, we're going to go ahead and get into the episode. Oh. Oh, he in jail too?
鏡に向かって話しかけてたの？ねえ、戦えって。ねえ、戦えって言ってたんだよね。戦えって。
She gonna keep saying it.
何と戦うの？
Holy shit.
その髪型、かっこいいと思うよ、私は。ちょっと乱れてる感じなんか、頑張って無造作に見えるような努力が伝わってくるし。
何しに来たんですか？
何って話しに来たんだよ。
これからよろしくお願いします。
いいや、今後もお前らとの接触はない。顔を見せたのは最大限の譲歩だ。
それで十分です。今日はめでたい日になる。港が完成して初めて外国の要人を迎えるのだから。パラディ島唯一の友好国、ヒーズル国。その特使。
No wonder she knew shit was gonna pop off. Is she related to in their clan?
この印は死んだ母の一族から受け継いできたものです。
What the fuck?
私も自分の子に託すように言われました。
なんとけなげなことでしょう。およそ100年以上前、アズマビト家の御親にあたる我が将軍家子息はフリッツ王家と婚姻にしており、このパラディ島に投留しておられたのです。
とにかくヒーズルが利用できるなら何でもするんだ。これが罠だったら、やはりイエレナたちの意見を聞くしか。いや、それこそ奴らの思うツボだろう。一つ確かなことがある。
What pixies?
我々は海でつながる世界においてよちよち歩きを始めた赤ん坊に過ぎん。今は黙って耳を貸すのみとしよう。
Somebody that got some sense.
本日は両国にとって歴史的な日です。この日を迎えられたのは私たちを引き合わせてくれたジーク・イエーガーの存在が不可欠でした。私どもは彼と密会し、ミカサ様への取り次ぎを条件にある取り計らいに賛同しましたことを報告させていただきます。
しかしこの兵器を動かすにはある特殊な燃料が必要です。それを彼らは氷瀑石と呼んでいました。未だパラディ島以外では採掘されたことがない未知の地下資源です。その兵器の中にも痕跡が残っているでしょう。
ジーク・イエーガーは自分の計画に協力するなら傾いた国家が大国に返り咲くほどの産業を手にするでしょうと提案してきたのです。
ズマ人は金の匂いに鋭いから交渉はうまくいくってイエレナが言ってたな。
やはり儲け話もなしにこの島に来る危険は冒せんというわけじゃな。
それでジーク・エーガーとの取り計らいとは一体何でしょうか。
そしてその期間における始祖および王家の血を引く巨人両者の継続的な維持、これが3つ目の。
Pass down.
ジークは獣の巨人を王家の血を引く者へと継承。その者は13年の任期を終えるまで可能な限り子を増やすこと。
他の兵器が発達しても地ならしは強力な兵器だ。
Do y'all get what they
手放
just
すこ
said?
とができなければ何世代にもわたり継承は繰り返されていく。
壁を破壊し蹂躙された挙句家畜みてえに子供を産まされ殺されて、やっと生きることが許されるっていうのなら、俺はジーク・イエーガーの計画は到底受け入れられません。地ならしの維持に我々の命運を委ねるのは危険です。残された時間の限りあらゆる選択を模索するのが我々の取るべき最善策ではないでしょうか。この巨人の能力は地面から自在に硬質化を操り、武器でも何でも生み出せるわけです。つまりどれだけ深く固い地下に俺を幽閉しても無駄だってことです。俺はいつでも好きな時にここを出られる。教えてくださいよ、ハンジさん。他のやり方があったら教えてくださいよ。
Sir!
エレンのエッチ、いまだに反抗期かよ、バカ若者。
中に入ろう。
Oh, not on this
もっ
little.
と体に伝わらないと。
Bitch, you lying.
やっぱり俺たちの定義通り、ジークは島に着くなり巨人にしたヒストリア女王に食わせるべきだったんだ。
女王の方からだった。
慣れ初めなんてどうでもいい。
I feel like she
問
got
題
pregnant
は
by
女王
somebody
が
else on
なぜ
purpose.
今身勝手な行為に及んだ
Unless it's
の
a
か
lie.
だ。誰かが助言したんだ。妊娠しちまえば巨人にされずに済むと。イエレナに違いない。あの女は一番イカれていて頭が切れる危険なやつだからな。
This shit right here. Niche.
ニコロ、おすすめはこいつだろ。
That's treason, y'all. Like you having a whole conversation about the queen.
Why
of the
did he want
country.
him to have that specific one?
I don't know. Somebody might already know what's up. But she got pregnant on purpose. Somebody told her, I don't know who, but if she got pregnant, she couldn't turn.
バカがあんなことを言い出さなければな。
通体ばかりでかくなりやがって。ヒーズルの
Oh
件で
no,
しょ。
that is him.
たった今アズマ人から返事が来た。
So this, I can't tell what's
Damn it.
present day and what's in the
This is
past.
past.
ヒーズル国は取り付く島
No
もない
man
よう
bun.
だ。
So.
Right, but I thought them
やは
kids
り
was
ヒーズルはパラディ島の資源を独占取引したいのだから他国との貿易に協力などしない。そして世界はパラディ島が災いの種であり続けることを望んでいる。
they kids.
わからないからだと思う。私たちが何者かわからないから恐れている。
そうだ。顔の見えない相手なんかを信用するわけにはいかないからね。だから会いに行こう。わからないものがあれば理解しに行けばいい。それが調査兵団だろ。
もう少し時間があればな。俺の寿命は5年とあと少ししかねえ。そろそろ決めなきゃいけない。俺の巨人の継承者を。
Damn.
私が引き継ぐ。
お前じゃダメだろ。アッカーマン家が何なのかまだ分かってねえんだ。何よりヒーズルといろいろやってこってやつが巨人になってどうする？
お前は兵団の指導者とか目指せよ。エレンの巨人は俺が継ぐからな。それがいいだろ、エレン。
コニ
よくないですよ。あなたはバカなんですよ。
Please.
じゃなくてバカにそんな重要なこと任せられるわけないじゃないですか。よだけな、もう私が継ぎますよ。
お前は俺よりもバカなんだから。お前言ってることが矛盾してるんだぞ。
Look at what is happening?
お前らに継承させるつもりはない。
なんでだ
Because you his friend.
お前らが大事だからだ。
Right. He don't want y'all to die.
他の誰よりも
That's why he wants his story pulled into it.
長生きしてほしい。
This so sad, bro.
お前らにはあれがエレンに見えたか。俺は違うと思う。あいつはエレンじゃない。もしあいつが俺たちじゃなく腹違いの兄貴の方につくことがあるなら。
あるならどうするの？
俺たちは奴を切る覚悟をしておく必要がある。
そんなことさせない。
I already knew how that was gonna go.
お前もそっちにつくのかよ、ミカサ。
あいつが大事だと言った俺もコニーもサシャもだ。
それは私たちが信頼されてるから。実際私たちが行かなければ何もできなかった。
サシャが死ぬこともなかっただろうな。ミカサ、サシャが死んだ時エレンはどうしたと思う？
Right here.
涙を流したと思うか？悔しがったと思うか？
コニー、よせ。
笑いやがった。
巨人化の薬を入手した兵団には選択肢がある。まさか、信頼できる他の誰かを巨人にしてエレンの始祖を継承する選択だ。
So they like low-key flipping on him. Like if they can't get him under control, they just gonna turn somebody else and let them eat him. That's what we doing. Oh, that's it.
脱獄したガビとファルコ。
Oh.
行くあても手がかりもない二人に手を差し伸べたのは彼らが憎むべき悪魔だった。次回、偽り者。
You know what, bitch? This that shit I be fucking talking about right here. But y'all boy Flock, y'all boy though. That's who they just fucking showed.
Where?
At the dinner table. Go back to who that was.
I mean,
like I know they can't see it. That was Flock ass. I don't try. I knew I should have known that bitch. Gabby and Falco escape. They get a helping hand from a devil they're meant to hate. Keep going.
Who?
Why they show him? That's Flock. I can tell by the hairstyle.
Flock. That's
the one from season 3 that saved Erwin.
Yeah.
Want them, yeah. And this season he was like, oh, we need a devil like Aaron. But what if he on some bullshit though? Ain't nobody thinking about, we thinking about all the friends that's trying to get turned, but Aaron don't want them to. What if he got his own motives? What if he want to be a Titan? It's some shit up with him because they ain't just show him for no reason. How Gabby and Falco escaped 1. And the name of the next episode, Deceiver. How they escape. I get the whole them getting help from people like they out here lost. So old people take you in, but you getting help. You know, like it's gonna show them that it's not like what they seem true enough. But for them to show him like that, and then they didn't show his whole face. They just showed like from here. But I knew who the fuck that was. That's gonna be some bullshit. Now I'm thinking like, with them, now that you bring up Falco and like I said, like the ODM gear situation, like remember that, like you inherit people members. What if he be the next founding Titan? Like what if he be the next?
I wasn't thinking that. I'm looking at this, and like I was looking at the intro, and he reaching to the sky. What if he become the Beast Titan?
The Beast Titan, they say, had to be inherited by somebody with royal blood.
True, but that don't mean it will necessarily be. What if Zeke died or dying? Well, Falco is there, and he has to eat him.
But it still would have to be somebody there in the situation to give him the serum. You can't turn unless they turn you first.
Got it. I'm just saying, like, what?
Like him and Levi with that fight in the woods, I can't see. Like, even if they're there, somebody would have to be there with Titan serum. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's going to be somebody pulling the strings in the background for these situations. And as much as I like Yelena, it's either going to be her or it's going to be somebody on our side. Like they said, Deceiver is going, or it's going to be Flock. Like, them showing him, he's not an important character. So for them to show him like that for the next episode, he finna be doing some shit. That's why I'm like, all of a sudden, Gabby and Falco escape.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, I'm like, he reaching to the sky. Like, I'm like a bird is another form of beast. Like, I'm like, so why?
I get it, but like, the only thing that keeps sticking with me is when he said he had a dream that he was flying through the air with a sword. And we just found out this episode, nobody can use ODM gear but people on Paradise because they only ones with the resource for the gas.
Right.
So, they had this whole episode, who gonna inherit my Titan? But that's what we was playing, the game show, who gonna inherit this Titan? So, with that being said, I feel like now that I'm looking at it, Falco's been important this whole time. They keep showing him, we don't know why. What if he takes over Aaron's Titan? He don't want war. And he one of them kids that's like, I see both sides. Because he heard Aaron's story.
Mm-hmm. And
he was already shady about, he was already shaky about what he was being taught on his side anyway. So if you on Paradise, these are two kids you have no loyalties to. Like, while you may not want to put this in his hands, if you feel like you could trust him or keep him in jail like how they got Aaron, that's somebody who ain't got to lose. That's somebody that can just be around another 13 years and you not care. You get what I'm saying? Like, none of us got a short in our lives. We're going to give it to this little boy. Because I was thinking he was going to inherit Reiner's Titan. Because I just feel like Reiner, he want to die anyway, whatever. But what if that's the gag of the season? Like, Aaron going to die. And like Falco gonna be the one to take the shit. And when you think about it, it's kind of like karma because he kind of fucked Falco over. Like bringing him into this shit, thinking that like, oh, I'm this person, you helping me do blah, blah. I just feel like, what if instead of getting, like, I feel like he gonna get a Titan, but now I feel like he may get Aaron's. They went around the whole thing and said why people shouldn't be, why people shouldn't shorten their life, basically. And now we also, his best friends gotta like rein him in on some shit, like he being hostile to everybody. What if he want to go along with Zeke plan? Because obviously they had a conversation that nobody knows about. Because they just said what was said between him and Zeke, nobody knows but them two. Because remember last episode when Levi was taking Zeke out into the woods, he was like, when do I get to talk to Aaron? So it's something going on that we haven't seen, like they haven't shown us between Zeke and Aaron. And then they showing us Aaron didn't want to, like, he didn't want to go through with none of this at first. So what changed his mind? You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's a conversation we missing between the two brothers, and we like, they looking sus like, if Aaron on Zeke's side, can we trust him? So that's what I'm saying. They got the serum. At any point, they could try to take Aaron and just make somebody else eat him. But he just also threatened them. I'm in this cage because I can be. I don't have to be. Like he said, I swallowed the Warhammer Titan. Like, basically, these walls can't hold me, bitch. I'm here. Like, it's like he mad, but he also telling them, like, if I wanted to fuck over y'all, I could. You get what I'm saying? Like, he basically just told Hanji that.
Yeah, he did. Like, but he can. He could always get out of there. Y'all got me in this cage. I don't have to be here. But being ex-military, bro, that's a sign. If I'm here, y'all put me in a cage, I could kill y'all. I don't want to kill y'all. I could kill all y'all. I have the power of 3 Titans? I could get out of here.
My interpretation of what's going on, somewhat, because I know, like, I don't want nobody to correct me if I'm right or wrong, because that's low-key spoiling. But my interpretation of what's going on is like we seeing the build up to how we got to where we were when the season first started. Like how we infiltrated Marley, how, the whole thing started. So I'm assuming, like, Aaron was always like, I don't want his story to have nothing to do with this. Because, like he said, like, y'all precious to me. Like, it's like don't nobody want to express their feelings, but y'all know we all friends. Don't nobody want to see nothing happen. And Armin already got a timer. Like, he already got a clock. Aaron got a clock. They just said Mikasa, we don't know what'll happen if she turned into, like, a Titan. And plus, now she important to this other group of people.
She's royalty.
Then they was like, Historia the Queen. So it's like, you got these people that really, like, this treasonous asshole that really should be dead talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't really give a fuck about what happened to her. So I was thinking, I wasn't expecting to see her pregnant, to be honest.
Yeah, that's shocking.
Like, Zeke's plan was to make her and Aaron breed, but I guess just them in general. We looking at it like they both got to breed, but it's like, You want somebody with royal blood to breed because that's the only way you can use the powers right. So it's like in Zeke's mind, as long as there's a royal blood, like person, we can always activate the rumbling. So that'll always scare people on the outside, like, don't come the fuck over here because we could do this. So it's like, I get the line of thinking. He has no loyalty to nobody over. He don't know his story, so it's like, I don't really care nothing about telling y'all that that's what y'all need to do. But we looking at it as though you really about to turn us into like some horses or shit. Like you want us to breed just to try to fend off humanity, which is fucked up. So that's what I'm just like, she went and got pregnant on her own basically, so she didn't turn. I wonder if Eren told her to do that. Like, who told her to do that? Because she looked like she didn't want to. Like, when they were showing her in the story, she didn't look like she wanted to be in this situation. She even looked miserable pregnant, to be honest, when they showed her on the porch or whatever. Yeah. So it's like,
that's horrible.
It is, because they young. Like, she pregnant at like, what, 19, 20, don't want to be. You know what I'm saying? Then, like they said, it's even hard to go through pregnancy. Like, you gotta realize they don't even know other shit about the world. Yet, they ain't got the tools, like, if she go into labor and something go wrong to, like, save her. So, it's a lot. Like, I feel like Eren was on the shit, like, I want my friends to live. I don't want his story and nothing going on. I don't know at what point. I don't know, because, like, you see they gonna let him talk to Yelena. Like, she was waiting to meet him too, and they know she'll follow Zeke. They don't want them talking to each other, and I'm assuming it's a reason for that. But some kind of way, I'm assuming Eren and Zeke had, like, this is something that was brought to my attention too. Now, because I have to go back and watch it because they keep going back and forth, like past and present, past and present. Mm-hmm. But Zeke and Eren has had conversations, because remember, when he was at the mental hospital and the granddaddy came to sit down and talk to him, it was like, it was some shit already there. They, like baseball shit, like throwing stuff. And when you think about what Zeke does as the Beast Titan, mm-hmm. like that's where they probably met and had conversations while he was there in Marley.
It's possible.
So I'm just wondering, like, what, because it seemed like he changed his mind. At first it was like, I want to do this with as less casualties as possible. But then it went to like, I don't give a fuck, I got dead eyes. So I just want to know, like, what kind of conversations that we missing from the story that happened. Because something changed within him to make him do this and not give a fuck. Like, he really don't have no more fucks. You see how he handled Hanji? Like, did you see how he handled her? Like, that's somebody he know. So just imagine how he feel about bitches he don't know. So.
And, like, he's really, like, grown in the past, what?
You see him towering over her. I was looking at him like, this a grown man right now. Like, he was standing over her like, bitch. Like, he said, I swallowed the Warhammer Titan. I can make whatever, bitch. I'm in here out of respect for y'all lives. Like, he here on some thug shit. Like, I can break out if I really want
like,
to.
Like, at this point right now, this is me. I'm like, I don't even know if Levi can take him. Like, y'all remember Levi season 1 kicking him and shit? I don't know. I have great faith in Levi, but I'm like,
I feel Levi can kill Zeke. I don't know about Eren right now. Not with 3 powers.
No.
And it's like, and Eren on some shit like, I could kill y'all, but I respect y'all too much to do that.
Exactly.
But I still feel like it's either one or two things that's going on. It's like they rushing in their decision making because they don't want to do the rumbling and they didn't want, like, to turn Historia into a Titan, or Zeke talk to him and he on some shit to where, like, the only way we'll ever truly be free is if we destroy our enemies. And that's what I feel like he on. That's what I feel like he on, because he got them dead ass eyes. Because it's like, yeah, I didn't want to activate the rumbling, but it's like, if you really don't, like, you can make examples. Like, people know y'all existed this whole time, but they still keep coming for y'all. So it's like, if we destroy everybody, ain't nobody else coming. So that's when I'm just like, I really feel like he made up his mind to just do the rumbling and just, I don't know if they bind.
It's funny now, thinking about it, the last episode of season 1, you see the Titan in the wall, and like, you wondering what it's for. Mm-hmm. Now you're like, oh.
It's millions of these bitches sitting here on standby.
That's what it's for.
But like, also, like, if they break the wall, would it, like, happen anyway? Because I remember that preacher dude, is it Nick, Pastor Nick? He was like, don't let sunlight touch that Titan. So like, you know how Titans are more active in the daytime. So if the wall is down, do they just be active anyway?
It's possible.
That's what I'm just like, it's just so much shit that's like going on that we seeing, and we still don't even have probably half the story.
But what's tripping me out, they talking about what's the shit? Colossal Titans, like they smaller though. Because remember how big Bernhardt was over the wall. He was towering over the wall.
Probably because it was special, but like them being made like that, I still feel like millions of them, like they ain't that much shorter. Like yeah, he was able to look over the wall, but at the same time, like if you think in the wall height, like how high it is, and you got millions of Titans height, like that's still some ignorant shit. Like ain't nobody doing nothing against that. Especially if they can still use like steam or blow
and then
shit
like
up
what if the sun hit them, they get bigger, like maybe they get
I don't think they'll get bigger, but I'm just saying like if they, regardless, them trampling shit alone, like even if they don't have no other abilities, just colossal Titans stomping over everything, trampling earth.
I want to
like,
see Armin fight a bunch of them, like
the fuck?
like yeah, like he'll be big as fuck. Like how many can he knock out? You know what I'm saying?
It's so disgusting though, because it's like you care about these characters, but this situation is basically just tearing everybody apart. You already know, like it's Game of Thrones. Like if you thought this was gonna have a happy ending, you watching the wrong show. Like that's why I'm just like, I feel like a lot of them gonna die. To be honest, like Sasha already dead. Connie on some like I ain't gonna lie. Like, I get it, though, because it's like, when Aaron laughed when Sasha died, I felt the same way, but everybody handles grief differently. And then he already, like, at this weird stage, because he laughed, but us being the audience, we could see why. Like, he had the flashback of her in the meat. You know what I'm saying? But he's not going to sit and explain that to you, like, asking like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we already know that's not a conversation that's about to be had.
Yeah, that was, like, his heart was breaking.
Yeah, John Smart, they want him to, like, run a regiment. So, basically, they want him to be like a Pixies. Like, that's what they want him to take over. Now, that was interesting that Trey said, like, why did the boy, Niccolo give them a specific bottle of wine?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what's going on with that.
Like, and now I'm thinking about it, like, think about it. Because maybe that wine was going to the table, or maybe that wine was going out to where Levi was. Now, think about it, because it was like...
They show him drinking, they show Zeke drinking at the end for no reason, and then it cut off.
But they didn't show him drinking wine. He had like a little mug, it's like...
They trying to throw y'all off.
Yeah, exactly. It feel like we trying to get thrown off. Like, was this for the dinner table, or was this out here?
I just feel like the whole situation is sketchy when you think about it from a strategic standpoint, because it's like you've had these people that have been trying to murder y'all whole lives. Then you have this one small select group of people who's now showing y'all there's a bigger world out there. They showing y'all all this stuff, but it's like, can we still trust y'all though? Because y'all could just be infiltrating to still destroy us at some point. So like, as much as I want to trust Yelena and them and Oyankapun, you know what I'm saying, because I like them, I get it from... if I was on this side of the wall, still being selective about who I trust.
Right.
But it's still people from Marley that aren't like in jail per se, and they can still do stuff. Like, that's I'm like, I feel like that's the dangerous part, keeping them locked up, because people get tired. Like, we done helped y'all come this far just for y'all to keep us like prisoners, but at the same time, had we been in Marley doing some shit to help, we still would have got fucked over too. But I just don't know. That's like, this whole situation is tricky. Any one thing could just set off a chain reaction of events. Is like, who about to let Falco and Gabby out of jail, and for what reason? For her to kill people? For her to die? Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on? Can't see anybody on our team letting them out of jail. Nah. Falco maybe, not Gabby. So that's what I'm just like, I don't know.
That's what I'm like, man, Gabby... my spirit don't sit right.
And Zeke's sitting there like real comfortable. Not worried about shit. So that's what I'm just like I don't know.
What if they giving him poison or some shit? Like, Levi wasn't drinking nothing. Like, Levi had his eyes. He had the gaze like, bitch, move. I dare you to move. Move.
But
move,
Levi
bitch.
ain't ignorant enough to drink nothing that they gonna give him anyway. But I'm just saying, like, that table of people though, like the man that was talking shit about Historia, like, I don't know. He was feeling some real shit, like how he really felt. So I don't know. Like, we don't know how far technology has advanced outside of Paradise. So it's like, Y'all got truth serum, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's just so much going on. I just want to know, at what point did Aaron change his mind about the situation? Because you could tell, even though he was stressed out about what was going on, he was on some, I'm going to save my friends. I'm not going to sacrifice Historia. Y'all not going to make me breed. You know, like that. I don't want to do the rumbling. That's how he was, at least up until like 2 years ago before all this happened. At what point it changed, I don't know. He caught me off guard being that hostile with Hanji, though. Like, this somebody you've been around, this somebody you know. I know that's not your circle of friends, but still, for him to be that hostile with her, I can only imagine how he is with everybody else.
People he hates.
That's what I'm saying. Like, then for them to show Flock ass, I don't know, bro. I don't trust him already. Like, he always been on my if list, and I don't know. I don't know what his goal is. But also, the last thing I had to say, like, their timeline, because Zeke only got a year left. They made Historia get pregnant on purpose. It take 9 months to have a baby. So we don't know when she got pregnant, and we don't know how much time Zeke got left. So even if she have the baby, I still can't see them making her a Titan because she's still the queen. So what is, like, whose logic is this? It's like y'all buying Zeke more time, but at the same time, who's going to take his Titan? Because I still don't see it being her. You ain't finna get that shit to no newborn. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, who about to be, like, the placeholder for Beast Titan? Because if you take it and you're not royal blood, at some point you still got to be eaten because they still want it to be passed down to somebody that's royal. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. It's just all these, we got, who's that Titan? Like, we playing this game right now. That's why I said I feel like the last episode, this episode, and maybe the next episode or two, and after that, I feel like it's all just finna go downhill from there. Like, ain't no more cushion, ain't no more relaxing, ain't no more you thought. Like, like this, it just finna go downhill in a couple of weeks.
So when it goes off, when is it coming back is the question.
I don't know, because that's why I was like, some people were like, it was theories like they could make the last part a movie like how they did Demon Slayer because it was a short, like arc, or it could come back animated. Either way, that's gonna take time because the manga's not over until like the first week in April or the last week of March, like somewhere up in there, and you still gotta take that and animate it. So I don't know how long it takes to animate like a chapter or like a whole manga.
But like, this is what I'm saying. If the manga is like only got 1 or 2 chapters left, whatever they're saying, 1 or 2, what, it's February,
like a couple
March.
Weeks left.
Yeah, so you got like what, 1 or 2 more? I'm like, you should be already animating.
I mean, they may be already animating the part that's already out, but I don't know how long that process takes. Because, like, say for instance, a chapter finished this week. How long does it take for you to animate that chapter if you just finished this week? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still going to be some months probably. Because they not going to come back if they not finished with the end. Like, I feel like the day this takes a break, I think the manga ends the same week. Like, it all happened the same week. Like, the manga ends, and that's when we get a break. And I feel like that break we gonna get gonna be so ignorant. Like, whatever happens that episode, for them to break it down like this, like the way it's in it, I feel like it's strategic.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know, but I know if they do.
I'm telling you, like me, if I was doing it, I would not put the last chapter out until the last episode airs because I know how ignorant these Attack on Titan fans
like you're gonna have to avoid the internet for like until they come back because people gonna spoil that shit when that manga come out.
Yeah,
but I don't know how they. I mean,
like I am telling you, bro. I would not drop that shit.
But you know what would be funny though? Like if the last chapter of the manga hit, but then that last episode of the anime different.
True.
They could do that too. Like they could change. Cause like what if the manga end the way he wants it to end, and then he do the anime the way the fans may want it to end, or some shit like that. Like then you got 2 endings. But I'm just saying, I'm okay with alternate endings sometimes. Like it's different to see the creativity behind it. Like how you originally wanted your story to end, but also maybe I kind of would have went this way too. So who all would like another ending to Game of Thrones? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying. But I already know hella body's about to be dropped. Like this not a happy ending type show. Like hella body's gonna drop. Like they making it seem like Mikasa important, so I feel like she may actually survive. I feel like Levi may die only because like
He's a fan favorite. So
only because he's getting older though. Like, yeah, you got hella skills, but you still aging. You know, like you still like finna be put in a situation where he's like really, really on guard. If y'all notice, like he not trusting nobody or nothing. Like he ain't trying to deal with these people from over here. I just feel like that fight that him and Zeke are gonna have is like both of them gonna end up dying from it. Like he probably gonna kill Zeke within like an inch of his life so somebody can eat him. And then, you know what I'm saying, from his injuries from fighting, he may like succumb to his injuries, but just because
Tasha just wanted him to succumb to the injury.
No, but I'm just saying, I'm if you look at the trailer, he's literally on the ground with blood all over him like he injured. Like it's in the trailer. Like how else can you explain that? They ain't got the girl from Bongo that can bring you back regardless, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of your injuries. So
somebody get him a sense.
And then it's like, who gonna save you at this point? Nobody's character is the way it was when we saw them when they were younger. Everybody has changed. Mika's still gonna be the last standing Ackerman. Like, I'm just saying, like, that's what I feel like gonna happen. They ain't, like, it's too convenient to have both of them still be alive at the end of the story. I'm just saying. Now, the Yelena chick confuses me because, like, it's so many people that like her character. So, I'm like, y'all, is she gonna fuck over somebody, or is she just that great? Like, I like her attitude. I like how she dressed. I like everything about her. But I'm just saying, her and Oyankapun, like, out of all the people that's from over there,
I just want Levi.
I can see
this motherfucker down.
I feel like that's gonna happen, but I just feel like he won't kill him because somebody gotta eat him. It's like, as much as we want to see him get fucked up, he can't kill him, or that's gonna throw a wrench in the plans. So if he do kill him, then that might be why he died, because you done fucked up the whole plot.
But does he really care? Because I'm like, hold on, listen. He said he was gonna get revenge on this motherfucker for Earl. He did. He said that shit. Real shit. He ain't done that shit yet. Levi, if I know nothing about Levi is a man of his word. So I'm gonna say this: if he don't die, because then you know they finna fight before this break. I
feel like that's probably how they gonna end. That's where the break gonna happen. Probably they big fight out in the woods, cause like that's the perfect place to cut off if you don't know what, like, cut off of him laying on the ground bleeding, and then we don't know if Zeke alive or dead, and then just we gotta wait.
But it's a lot more.
Well, the way the name of the episodes are, and like them showing, like, this is already the second like informational episode, cause they did year 4 and 3, and then we got year 2. You know, of the gap, this episode. Then next episode probably gonna mix in with like the, you know, like getting closer to it, plus present day, since they showed Gabby and Falco escaping. That's still like an informational episode. Then I still feel like you got another one after that.
Now, I don't think we got that many.
Because that puts us at what episode? What episode is this? Like 10?
9, 10, maybe.
I think this episode 10.
Yeah, this is 10.
This 10. So if you do 2 more informational episodes, that get you to 12. If we breaking that 16, I can see them 4 episodes being all action. Okay. But I'm still like, the thing that's getting me is the fight with Levi and Zeke probably gonna happen on Parodies because of the forest he took him to. It's like they letting us know that setup. And from the trailer with him running around with the Titans and shit, like, that looks like that's happening on our island. But I feel at some point we gotta go back to Marley, right? Like,
exactly,
because he told Reiner, "See you soon."
So that's my point. Like, I don't feel like it's gonna end with Levi and Zeke. So I feel like they gonna get back to what's the place, Marley. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it's gonna be a fight between maybe Reiner and Aaron, and then they'll break. Like, what if Aaron killed Reiner over there, and that's the break? Like, we actually get to see that.
To be honest, I don't think Aaron want to kill Reiner.
Why he say that?
He had too many opportunities and he didn't. I feel like he suffers more alive, and I feel like Aaron low key being petty. You want to die? Like, why would I put you out of your misery? And you're the reason my mama got eaten. You the reason this story is going on. And he like the Peter Baelish of Game of Thrones. So like,
you so cold.
I just don't feel like cause he had the opportunity low key, like when they were about to fight and he was just like, I'm out of energy. I gotta leave him alive. See you soon. Like I just feel like he torturing him a little bit on purpose. Like I don't think Zeke wanted Peak and Porco to die because they had the whole thing built to drop them in when they could have just killed them. You know, like you done came along with these people. I don't feel like he want to see them die. I don't think he give a fuck about the kids, whether they died or not. Because, I mean, where they were sitting, he didn't take them off from the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he didn't care if the kids died or not. And he called them complications. Y'all know he don't give a fuck about people. I feel like that handful of people that he came up with as, like, warriors, like, I feel like he want to see them, that grass is greener on the other side kind of vibe. Like, they taught us this, but it's really this way. I can't see Zeke making it back to Marley, though, because Peak's still alive, and she knew Yelena, so they gonna know Zeke had something to do with it. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I feel like Marley is not out of this yet. I just don't know how it fits in, though.
Ooh.
What?
Holy shit. Think about this. I just thought of something. You just said you don't think Zeke will make it back. I think Zeke will make it back. Remember, you just said earlier, Zeke and Aaron had a conversation that nobody knows about. What if they work together and go back over there? That shit would be fucked up.
The only reason I'm saying I don't think he'd make it back over there is because I feel like the fight between him and Levi is the last fight they gonna have. Like, that's it.
That makes sense.
And there's no forest like that in Marley. Marley is a city. True. You get what I'm saying? Like, they don't have that. From what I've seen, they don't have nothing like that. So that's gonna happen in that forest where he dropped him off at. That's why he's still sitting out there watching him like that. Something's gonna happen, I think, to make them start fighting. Like, I don't know if you know what I'm saying. Like, all just him sitting out there reading and drinking, and Levi just really like keeping an eye on him. Something's gonna pop off to make them go out there and start fighting like that. But why did Zeke not turn into the Beast Titan though? Why are you using Titans to fight? Where the Titans come from? Like, are those our comrades? He turned into, like, Titans. Like, it's just so many questions. Like, when you keep thinking about how the story gonna unfold, there's just more and more questions.
Oh, you talking about from the trailer?
Yeah, because remember, they did say that area was clear of Titans. There's no Titans out there where they're at. So if we see Titans in the trailer, that means he makes people Titans.
How low?
Remember, he could just scream. They all subjects of Ymir.
Oh,
you remember his ability literally? I don't know if they know that. Like, his ability literally just randomly turns people into Titans.
He did it on the plane in the first fucking. I forgot about that shit.
Now we didn't see the full thing of that because they did have them people like wrapped up in something. Like, I don't know if there was a reason for that. Like, I don't know if like they got injected with something beforehand. I don't know if his scream just does it on its own. You know, like, I don't understand that part.
But if his scream does it on his own, shit, that means
at any moment he could just yell and that whole campsite about to be done. That's why I'm like, he's sitting there like, y'all here because I'm letting y'all be here. He on some shit like Aaron right now. Like, y'all here because I'm letting y'all be. Just think about that. Like, if he just get tired and scream and everybody around Levi turns into a Titan out there in the forest. Levi is an Ackerman. It may not affect him like that. Remember, they just said with Mikasa, we don't know like if she could turn into a Titan. So what if that's the gag? I'm sitting here letting you make it like you doing all this, but as soon as I get tired, bitch, it's about to be like, I just feel like that's what's gonna happen. Like, soon as he get like a signal for something, or like soon as he feel like some shit that's been put in place that, you know, needs to be, and then it's just, there's no Titans out there where they at. So where they come from in the trailer, that's all I'm saying. Something about to go down. Some people, like I said, body count about to be extra. Cause it gotta be his scream though, because like even in season 3, like when he was standing outside the wall and they all turned at the same time, he couldn't inject nobody. Like, they all were just standing out there, regular people just turned into Titans. You remember before he threw the rocks and fucked them up when they was outside the wall? Remember they cornered them on one side and he was standing out there on the other side?
I'm gonna have to rewatch it and see.
Like, when he turned people, it just be like all them, you know, the flashes of light that turn, it just like that.
Oh shit!
That's what it gotta be just his scream. Like, it had to be probably like in a certain vicinity. where they could hear his scream and he could turn people because he got royal blood. So it just activates. Because remember, he turned Connie's whole village. Ain't nobody out here sticking people one by one. Like, he turned the whole village. Like, that's something like, he dangerous, bro. Like, y'all ain't listening to me when I said y'all had to put that bitch down. So the consequences of your actions coming back.
Look, y'all, we got to get up out of here.
Maybe that's why they kept him out in the forest instead of around people.
That make a good point. Because he could do it with
in
everybody.
Like city. Yeah. So that's why he out there with a select number of people.
Yep.
And it's sense. Like Levi and them may have planned for that shit, but at the same time, it's like you gonna be the only one that gotta fight all these hoes though.
But who better?
I know, but I'm just saying.
But who better though, man? Who better?
My whole thing is Levi can handle Zeke on his own. Why even have other people out there at all
to help him get away of some shit? Think about it. They're a distraction. Huh? Like if the people that's there turn, if his scream just activate nonsense people of Ymir automatically.
This is what I'm saying. The people that's out there with Zeke are our people.
Mm-hmm.
The other people from Marley, they aren't subjects of Ymir. That's why we having this fight in the first place. You got to remember that. They from other countries.
Right.
That scream won't affect them anyway. So there's nobody there to help Zeke. What I'm saying on our party is, why would you send more people out there if y'all know this is his ability unless y'all don't know? Like, why even have people? Like, Levi can watch Zeke by himself. Maybe one other person, so if Levi sleeps, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course you got to sleep at some point. Maybe one or two people. But it was probably like dozens of people, like, in the trailer that turned, like, I'm just saying, it got to be, it's something I'm missing, I know. But they got to know his power to keep him away from people. Like, we got a nice hotel for you. They took your ass to the woods. They took you away from people on purpose. So that's, I'm like...
The bottle. Remember how we were talking about the bottle?
Okay, what about it though?
The bottle.
The one that Niccolo had, or...
Yeah. So who is Niccolo?
He from I mean, I don't know if he's Marleyan or not, but that's where he came from. Like, he came from over there with them.
Okay.
They let him work as a chef.
Think about it. The bottle. It's bro. This is why people don't like us. If the bottle has the serum in it and they're drinking it, remember, we think the bottle was for the people at the table, but it could have been for them. And if he's working with Zeke ain't drinking no wine out there. He's drinking water, whatever. Levi's not drinking at all. And if he does drink it, what if it doesn't activate with him because he's an Ackerman? And that's why all the people turned in that area.
But if you were ingesting it though, wouldn't it turn you right away? Like, everybody
have to activate, like, by his scream.
You see what I'm trying to say is, every time we've seen somebody use the serum, they turn into a Titan right away though. Every time they're injected. So if you're drinking it and it's in your bloodstream, wouldn't you turn right then? Is what I'm saying.
Possibly, but or maybe not. Maybe it's different. Maybe the injection and ingesting is two different things. Injection and ingesting.
I get what you're saying.
I'm just saying.
But when you think about Rod Rice, he ingested it. Remember? Because Historia broke it and he had to lick it off the floor.
So yeah, he might be.
But my thing is, I get what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
But the question that's pissing me off is, like, Rod Rice was injured when he ingested it. So, like, is it like, you know how they turn, they have to be injured to turn? Like, Aaron's at the point where he can kind of control it regardless. But does somebody have to get injured for it to activate, or does it activate immediately? That's my question.
Guess we'll find out.
I don't know.
Shit, maybe we won't find out. I don't know. We had some questions.
Because, like, when they gave it to Armin, he was already almost dead. He was injured. Rod Rice was injured, I would say, a little bit. Because, like, Historia, like, flipped him and he was on the ground crawling like something was broken. You know, like, remember she fucked him up? Who else we seen be injected? No, because, like, when his dad injected him, he wasn't injured. He was just regular, like. So that's what I was trying to figure out that point, but I don't know. It's just, that's why I was like, it's too many ways.
And did Kruger inject Dr. Yeager?
Yeah, when he's sitting there holding the thing when he was talking.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Because in the thing when he was like, in order to save like Armin and Mika, so I think he had like a needle in his hand when he did that. Mm-hmm. When they showed him before it happened. So that's why I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back to this episode and see what this wine bottle, if it said anything on it. I don't know, but I can see. But at the same time, like that would make Niccolo kind of like Two-Face, because think about how hurt he is that Sasha died. It's like you got to know these people and you care about them. It's like Zeke was kind of smart to get people that weren't necessarily from Marley, but people that other nations Marley made into soldiers. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just too many questions. That's why I was like, this show has so many questions. It's like, I like it, but at the same time, it's so frustrating because you don't know. Like,
yeah, for all I know, that bottle could have been poison for the people at the table. I don't know, because it's a wine bottle. Why would a wine bottle be open and you take it out there? Now that doesn't make sense. Huh?
I mean, I know the dude from the.
Now I'm thinking more.
The police.
It's a cork, so you can ingest it through the cork. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ever watch spy movies? People inject shit through corks.
Pixie's smart though. Pixie's got all the Marleyans on the leash. I can't see anybody being able to sneak serum by him if they took it all, or if they be checking them, or you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Man, I'm finna go.
Yeah, we gonna go because like we'll just keep going in circles.
This is what we do when the video stops. We gonna keep going for the rest of the day. This shit finna be
too many questions. That's why I was like, it's just so many questions, and I gotta rewatch it, see if I missed something, because I always miss something the first time.
But look, we gonna get up out of here. Thank you for the support as always. Full reactions are on Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
It's Trey
and it's Tasha.
What you think about?
A lot.
Okay. Real.
You already watched, so you might as well subscribe, please.